is bursting in air. Welcome to episode 20 of PYNK Talk. Oh my gosh. I'm at episode 20, even though I have been taking month breaks, a few couple month breaks. I'm just glad to be here with you guys talking about the things going on. Now, of course, what have I been doing? School, falling in love in more ways than one, pouring into myself, as I've been doing. Just school and pouring into myself. I miss like being more social, like I miss my friends, but school is taking me. But I got break in a couple weeks, so I'm gonna be outside. I'm gonna be outside. I'm gonna be gone. Okay, gone with it. Every time I turn around, out, out, out. Every time I look up, out, out, out. But I am so blessed to be here today. I hope you guys are doing well, especially after this week. This week has been super, super just triggering. It's been so much going on. Tuesday night, I had just got off the phone with a close friend of mine, and we had a great conversation, a couple laughs, and I hop on X, and I scroll upon the first topic that we're going to touch upon, which is the Perez Hilton live stream. Now, this is something that, first of all, trigger warning, for SH reasons, for just traumatic reasons. When I was scrolling, I didn't know what I was looking at. Like, I didn't understand it. And I was looking at it for a while because all I saw was him covered in, how do I say it on here? He was covered on what's inside of us, head to toe. But by the time I saw him, he was like, it looked like he was just rubbing his legs, but it looked freaky. Like, I was like, is he doing a part for a movie or something? Like, I didn't understand what I was looking at. And then I just saw him coming up like this. I saw all of that in a matter of 10 seconds. I saw it so fast. It fucked me up. And I probably I didn't go to sleep. I went to sleep for like an hour and I had to be to work the next morning. This happened Tuesday and I had to be to work the next morning. It was just really heavy on my spirit and heavy on my soul. It was something that was that was not on that's not of that was just not of God what we were exposed to Tuesday night. Excuse me, like I think I'm coming down with something. That was not something we were exposed to on. Look, I'm all see, it's bothering me now, and I'm just starting to go to sleep. I was very hurt, very affected by what I saw. I felt extremely heavy because what I saw was not of. It just wasn't of God. It was very saddening to see. And reportedly, first of all, this happened in Miami-Dade County. Perez Hilton is from Miami. He moved away from Miami when he was about 18, 19, and pursued his dreams in LA of being, celebrity, but a celebrity blogger, what we know him as today. And he had been back in Miami for the last few months after having a near-death experience twice. He suffered from sepsis, and you can just also, this is very informative actually, because I had no idea. But if you are taking an antibiotic, if you were sick from something, you have to pair it with food because your stomach will be susceptible to getting sepsis. And that is a very life-threatening disease that you can get from not properly covering your stomach and making sure you have something on you before taking such extreme medication. So yeah, he had also, so after he experienced these things, he had moved from Las Vegas to go back home to Miami after experiencing those near death experiences. And he wanted, just, I guess, some support, some family support, just a new leash on life. What is coming out now is that he's really experiencing financial struggle, financial strife. And so he had to move back home. And a few months after, he had a come to Jesus moment, come to Christ. He started getting closer and working on his relationship with God. And what we saw on Tuesday night, um, I can't put into words what I saw. It was just so extreme. Also, please do not watch this video. Please don't like. I know y'all probably see people. Oh, everybody's saying don't look it up. Don't look it up. Don't look it up. I couldn't sleep for 2 days. I had to go to work the next day, and I couldn't sleep. And I was operating off of fumes. But I called out the first day, and then I stayed my whole shift the second day. But just don't look at the video. But I just want to have a conversation about empathy and how I am seeing the most disgusting comments about um, his SH that was streamed all over TikTok. Who the fuck do y'all think y'all are? Who y'all think y'all are? How do you think he got to his position that he has gotten to? He's gotten to it by support. He used to be friends with so many celebrities. He would also be on our daytime television shows. He had millions of views, thousands of views on his blog website. Who do you think wanted who do you think supported him in when he was technically cyberbullying a lot of celebrities? Particularly the most infamous one is Britney Spears. I want people to understand that it's not always okay to just laugh and point your finger like it's cool, all because you've seen somebody in their wrongdoings. That's what life is about. Everything that goes up must come down. I don't even want to say that he was having a down moment, but I want to say, well, yeah, he was having a down moment. But who am I and who are you to say he deserves it? The comments, y'all, people are saying, "Oh, he deserves it. I don't feel sorry for him. I don't feel bad for him." And granted, you're right. But if somebody saw and or even laid out a book of all your wrongdoings in life and posted it up on the internet, and then you just wanted to come to grips with what you done and you wanted to repent and you wanted to do better and change, and you were met with that very same thing, you would be like, damn, oh gosh, like I mean, I know what I did was fucked up, but y'all are not gonna humanize yourselves with me. And I think people are so fucking weird for that right now, for not even understanding what they saw. This He's a father of three. He's also a friend of someone. He's also a son. He's also a brother. And the lack of empathy is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen, aside from him self-harming himself in public. And that's another thing that I'm going to get into. People are like, he's such a selfish person for doing that in front of everyone. Y'all, do you know how many people have thrown themselves on a train track in front of people just innocently going to work, or have thrown themselves into traffic, or have jumped from a building, or have jumped from a bridge? Trigger warning, I'm sorry, guys. But there are so many different people and instances where SH has unfortunately happened in front of people. This, yes, has affected people by the thousands, if not millions. Yes, hundreds of thousands. But I feel like people are forgetting there are other humans in the world that do the same thing. Um, and all of a sudden, it's just this witch hunt for him now, and I just feel like that's fucking weird and wrong. Um, the internet has become a place, or has always been a place, as honestly Perez's career has proven, as people support you, and then all of a sudden, when it's your turn to be kicked to the ground and kicked around, then people are going to join in. That happens in life. That happens when people fall out with people. That happens when people are trying to get ahead at work, or just level themselves up in life. That happens in every aspect of life. And I feel like right now, especially with all that we're going through in this country due to the administration and things like that, right now is not the time to try to extend hate. We don't need to be extending any hate. And I think it's disgusting. I think a lot of your comments, you guys' comments are vile, especially thinking you're important enough to even announce, I don't give a fuck about him. I don't care. I don't have any sympathy. Who the fuck are you? And like I said, if somebody laid out a book, if somebody laid out a book of all the shit that you've done, you would want an opportunity to right your wrongs, would you not? He had even reached out to the people he's done wrong. He's even being forgiven by them. You know, whether they just did it to shoo him off the phone, or whether they're in their heart and soul forgave him, or even just gave it to God or whoever. That's his cross to bear. That's his bed to lie in. But I feel like people not offering empathy when this can very well be a friend of yours or a loved one or a family member. Honestly, y'all got to do some fucking growing up, because like I said, who the fuck are y'all? Who are y'all? But it was extremely disturbing. I think now it's been reported that he will be receiving surgery. He's actually also able to communicate at this time. That's what his I think his team came out and say that. I think his team is just his sister though, and that's another unfortunate part. His kids were there. I'm not clear on whether his kids saw the incident or not. But overall, it's just disheartening because they're also old enough to know what's going on. They're not babies; they're actually teenagers, and it's just an overall very disheartening time. It impacted so many people. It has triggered so many people. I was up all night praying when I saw it because I was so deeply disturbed. I felt so I felt so bad that just in the sounds, like you can hear the tearing, like I'm like y'all. I wish I was exaggerating. Like I wish I was exaggerating. I wish I was. But please don't look up this video. Please don't consume anything like that. But I do also want to point out the most disturbing thing. This live stream, he was also able to battle with people on TikTok. If you're not familiar with TikTok, you can create a panel of people that you're battling with. Like you can, win gifts and win likes and stuff like that. And he was on a panel with 3 other people. And this time frame that he was on TikTok lasted for almost 35 minutes. TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. I don't know what you guys have going on. I felt like that's the most disgusting part of this story, which is the fact that this live stream went on that long. This should have never been on that long. I almost got banned for one time driving on TikTok Live. Suspended. Almost about to be suspended. I have been almost suspended for using certain words on live. There are people who have also complained and said I wore a spaghetti strap and they wanted to suspend me. There are also people that said, "Oh, well, I had a little smoke in the air while I was, puffing my ganja, and they wanted to suspend me. I wasn't doing it on camera, but they saw the smoke." And so my thing is TikTok. I am starting to think that you guys are picking and choosing who to ban and who to do such things to in terms of operating the algorithm. I think your algorithm picked up, oh well, he's getting a lot of traction to his page, so let's let the live go. But he was nude. He was full blown nude, and there was so much red stuff that I thought he would have been banned for this. You could get even suspended automatically, even for cooking, if you show too many you know. And I just found that disgusting. I want to sue y'all, bitch. I want to sue y'all, bitch. Like that fucked me up. That fucked me up. And even y'all even more fucked up. Y'all need some more regulation over there. I don't know what the fuck Twitter has turned into. And I'm gonna always call it Twitter. Fuck X. I'm gonna always call it Twitter. I don't know what you guys have turned into, but this is a lot of like gore shit or deep or dark web shit that has been popping up on our For You pages, like that the average person does not consume. But it feels like something is being pushed on us that we don't want to see. That the average person does not need to be seeing certain things. Like, and I just feel like we were not protected at all on that app. As much guidelines and policies, fuck ass policies y'all have, y'all did not protect your consumers. You did not protect your people that are on here, either making money or enjoying their time on here because they want to get their mind off stuff. You didn't do a good job protecting us. Even the statement was bullshit. Oh, it was only 15 minutes. No, he was getting on live and getting off live. And all that time equated to about 35 minutes. He was doing that for 35 minutes. It was just a disheartening thing. I was up so late at night, and I just couldn't wrap my mind around that shit. That shit was so insane to really see in real time. Him just like just cleaning himself up like that. That was that was so that was so sick. But speaking of cutting up, Beyonce and Jay-Z cut out a record 3 a.m. that night after the incident with Perez Hilton. I was still up, so I saw the release of Morning Dew Dunk by Beyonce, which has now been turned into a 4-pack as well, with one of the 4-pack singles being a collaboration with Jay-Z. Now, I want to get into this because it's so disheartening to say, because I love Beyonce. I know I can be quite objective and critical of Beyonce at times because I love her so much. And I just noticed certain shifts with her, and I've been able to follow her through her career in terms of changing and growing as an artist, and I admire it so much. But can we have an honest conversation in this moment right now? I first want to say, Morning Dew Dunk, thank you for listening to us about releasing an unreleased song that the public is obsessed with. Thank you so much for listening to us. Thank you for tapping back into R&B. We love it. But this 4-pack, and particularly with the single with Jay-Z, that was Morning Do 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 Do. It was Morning Doo Doo B and Jay. I don't like this song, y'all. I don't like this song, and I hate to say this. I really this hurts me to say to you, to y'all, to say this out loud, but I don't like the song. Let me tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why right now. Beyonce and Jay Z. I feel like, and I get it. Beyonce spent a lot of her career being, I'm the good girl. And I think she is, but she has that side to her. You know what I mean? But she spent a lot of her career doing that, right? And so now we're still compensating for the shock jockey lyrics and the like overly sexualized lyrics. We're still doing that in 2026. Like, it was so much fun in 2013. Like, when you first dropped self-titled, oh, oh my gosh, Beyonce is cussing. She talk about this. What she talk about that? What? Loved it. Lemonade, sad album, but you were more vocal, more angry, and you were being your true self, cussing up a storm. Loved it. The Gift, loved it. You were more softer, more vulnerable. I'm in touch with my woman self and my roots. You know what I mean? Loved it. The Carters, the Everything Is Love album, love it. I just feel like you and your husband have aged out in that way, where you need to be creating these super trendy viral moments y'all are trying to run after. I don't like that for y'all because, first of all, Jay-Z. Now, I'm going to get into you in a second because this this is just not okay. This song this song is not right. Like, I'm really disappointed in y'all, both of y'all. Jay, also with you, you are 56 years old. It's certain lyrics that I don't want to hear certain vibes from you because you're 56 years old. Mind you, I know albums front to back, back to front. I'm a full-blown Jay. I've seen you 4 times actually, but I paid for 3 of your concerts. But I've seen you 4 times. I love Jay-Z now also because my dad put me on to you, so I was since I was a little girl and stuff like that. So I love your music and I love what you're about. I just feel like you need to stop stepping into Beyonce's world in terms of that trendy stuff, because Beyonce has to eventually hang that up as well. Hold on. Do I sound a little ageist? No. I sound like I care about where their legacy is going. Let me tell you why. I'm going to read the lyrics of Morning Dew. We know what that night did. Let's see what that morning do. Get on. Top of the top, sloppy as a morning dew. The watch is vintage. I don't need nothing new. Coming through Malibu in a old school. Clothing is archival. I liar, but we know the truth. Don't get on. True. Put these hoes on mute. Don't get on mute. Let me put y'all up on game. Gang. Bitch so bad I had to give her my last name. Up for the cash name. Diamond in the tatted rings. Ooh, I get so excited when I feel you touch my thighs. If you ain't riding for the gang, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. If what you niggas say, you know you love us. You know you love us. Talking reckless on the set. They only hate us on the net. You know you love us. Ha ha. You niggas tweet a lot. All you do is tweet. Don't get on. Don't uh-huh. Pop it on the pods, but ain't doing shit. Don't get on. You ain't saying shit. Don't get on. We just making love. We just getting rich, brick by brick. Y'all keep doing that. We keep doing this. Don't get on. Ah! Y'all ain't talking about shit, y'all. Y'all not talking about shit. J. Oh, okay. Then this is the second part. So then the song is like a two vibe thing with Sheck West on the second part. 56-year-old Jay. I caught a fuck nigga hating on my wrist, hoes. I caught a hoe nigga hating on my bitch. I be balling like my nigga Mo. I caught a fuck nigga hating on my wrist. Ha ha. I caught a hoe nigga hating on my bitch. I caught a fuck nigga hating on my wrist. I caught a whole nigga hating on my bitch. Like, what did y'all turn the artwork of Duncan? Why? I don't want to be outraged, but I'm outraged. Let me tell you why I'm outraged. Back to you, B. Act 3 needs to be just you. I understand, Jay. You've been facing a lot of public scrutiny. I get it. You know, you tapping into what you know. Like, me and my girl, we gotta run it back up because people been popping shit and I don't appreciate that shit on my name. The fuck? I understand. Jay, what you did at the Yankee Stadium, amazing. You really brought the city out. You brought people out of their houses from other states. Amazing. You can on your own put out another solo project. Beyonce right now, the run that she is on with you not being on nothing is honestly quite refreshing. I need Act 3 to not have you involved. Now, you can write on there. Like, let me tell you something, Jay. I heard you, Jay. I heard Jay on Alien Superstar. Okay. Soon as I heard unicorn is the uniform you put on, eyes on you when you perform, eyes on I when I put on, mastermind and haute couture, label hoes can't clock, I'm so obscure. That's the J that I motherfucking know. That's the J that I know. So I don't mind if you're gonna be writing a couple bars or two for Beyonce. But when it came to you, what the fuck was that on Dunk? What was that? I don't want y'all. I don't want y'all collabing right now. Like, I want Beyonce to release Act 3 as just nothing to do with you. I don't even want Blue Ivy on it. On it. Like, I don't want nothing. No. No. Just release your own things, y'all, and then y'all could do On the Run Part 3 after both of y'all release y'all stuff. Okay, like See, like, do not ruin good rollouts trying to clean up what Jay has been through these last couple years with, Jaguar right on his ass. Jaguar Wright do not play with Jay-Z. She do not play the radio with Jay-Z. I think she is so brave and amazing for a lot of shit she's doing. But yeah, I don't want you intervening with what Beyonce has going on with these acts. And I know the plan is probably to like retire Beyonce after, but no, like you need to do Act 3 alone and then y'all do On the Run Part 3. I do not want Act 3 to have Jay-Z involved. Okay? Like the people don't want it. We don't want it. We don't want it. We don't need it. Okay? Like, and then on top of that, especially if y'all gonna be releasing that's gonna be on the album. See, what y'all did with Everything Is Love, that's so age appropriate. Okay. That is perfect. Like, if y'all go put out another one of those, then yes. But no, 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 no. I mean, On the Run Part 3, y'all On the Run Part 3 project. Like, whatever y'all do as the Carters again, separately from Act 3, it cannot be what we heard on that remix. And a lot of people are saying that. And Beehive, hey, um, be objective. Like, it's okay to, have let your favorite artist like understand, like, hey, you're not really feeling that, you know what I mean? Like, and it's not like the song was so super artistic and super like eclectic, like how even a Lemonade is, to even have that opinion where it might not be your judge. You know what I'm saying? It's a hip hop R&B song. So we can be objective about this song, and it's a bad song. It's your worst song in both of your discographies. It says a lot. Like, you guys are receiving the same reception. I'm not the only one saying it. Go back to the drawing board with that, because like Jay, like you could do so much better than that. Jay, you could do so much better than this. Like, I have faith in Jay. I think he'll put out a decent project. Soon to be. I can't wait to hear his solo project. I know he's in the studio cooking and cooking and cooking and cooking, and wants to respond to Dame Dash and Drake and just Jaguar Wright again. I know he wants to respond. I want to hear it. I do want to hear it. Contrary to what Jaguar Wright may believe, but I want to hear it because I just want to see. I know it's because he's 56, but it's cool to hear because we never got this far with hip hop. Like, what does a 56-year-old rapper sound like? What does it sound like? I think Jay-Z would be the perfect candidate for it. So, speaking of never seen it done before, there's an influencer named Samira. She's on TikTok and she's known for her always like advocating and being very outspoken about how everything isn't so body positive, and how things in the world are fat phobic, or just a lot of pushing for inclusivity in spaces that are not inclusive to bigger people. Now, this subject touches home because, I mean, I'm a big girl. She has been on a song run. I don't know if you heard on TikTok, just scrolling, you hear all of a sudden Happy Fat Tuesday. Huh. I don't even know the next word, but all I hear is this like New Orleans accent, and it's loud, and I just turned from it because I'm trying to figure out like what she's so upset about. After looking, she's upset with Old Navy and Cardi B about their Old Navy not being plus size inclusive. And Samira, I hate to offer this to you as well. I I hate to do it. Girl, by the time you are fighting with Cheesecake Factory about skinnylicious menus, and you're fighting with Target about not having certain sizes, by the time you are upset with Old Navy and Cardi B about not having your size or something, that's when it's time to lose a little weight. I'm saying this as another big girl. I fluctuate a lot between 30 to 40 pounds, give or take. But recently this year, I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna keep I'm not going to keep struggling with my weight because it's very hard to lose it sometimes, but I haven't been applying myself consistently. Like I'll go for like a 7, 8 month run, right? Where I'm like doing good. Like I'm going to the gym like 3, 4 times a week and I'm eating great. But I tend to be an emotional eater. So then I get a little lazy. Then I don't want to go to the gym as much, or I'm not as motivated. And I succumb to those things. So I understand what is the struggles of trying to lose weight and trying to maintain weight. Even my size now, I have to do something to maintain it. Like I can't just be in the world just eating what I want to eat all the time. I can't do it. I have to eat healthy to an extent. I have to eat healthy to an extent, period. But what I feel like Samira is not understanding what she's pushing is very toxic and very it's very woe is me. Um, I feel like it's so terrible to be operating like that where you're just it seems like every experience you have you're looking forward to being told like you're too fat for this. And trust me, like I'm saying this from the heart because I understand what it's like, but I will be honest too, I am not Samira size. So I don't Old Navy got my size. What else she said? Target has my size. The Skinny Licious menu at Cheesecake Factory. When I go there, I am going to eat off that menu probably if I don't need to have a cheat day that week. Um, I feel like she is losing the sight and losing the plot when it comes to body positivity. You can be healthy and be a bigger person. Like I get my blood levels checked. I am very healthy all around, but I just don't want to always carry weight because sometimes there are people out there who are just so like weird. Because even if like how I am, like there'll be women that think just because they're skinny or that they look better than me. There'll be women, there's women out in the world, they'll be butt ugly, like butt ugly. And because they're skinny, they think they just look better than me overall, when that could be the furthest thing from the truth. And so I understand what that's like to operate in the world where it's like, I didn't know damn well. Like, you know what I'm saying? I understand, but I also don't understand Samira's plight with wanting to still push so much like because it's not body positivity anymore. Even Lizzo has went and lost the weight. I can't. Let me tell you something. I never liked Lizzo because I felt like she knows good and gotten well. Like for her size that she was at the time, she was not happy. Like even when I get past a certain threshold in the size that I'm used to getting to, I get very unhappy. Like for my around my birthday, I lost 29 pounds so far. So from my birthday until now, currently in August, my birthday in March until now, and I lost 30 pounds, I feel so much better. I feel more normal, like how I feel like myself again in a way. I'm still pushing though. I'm still gonna push towards my goal. But I have a different mindset about what I want to feel like when I wear my clothes and when I step out and things like that. And I've always loved my body, but I always am aware that I could shed more pounds. And it's what Samara is pushing is so unhealthy because here are so she might not have anything in her blood work where she feels like she's fine, but the people that are looking up to her and ingesting her content on the regular for comfort as another big woman, you know, it's another big woman, they might have shit where they don't need to be a certain size, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like she's not pushing the proper body positivity. She doesn't have the proper people around her because let me tell you, my friends ain't afraid to tell me like, hey, you all right? And I love that. I love that. Even having a dude that'll tell you, okay, you're beautiful any size, but I'm gonna support you in your journey. Like just having that, because in the end of the day, the goal is health. The goal is to be just better, and it's not just about clothes. It's just about health. You get what I'm saying? And I don't know. I just feel like Samira is not pushing the right thing, especially in today's day and age. We are in a constant war. Like Did y'all like, we hear about this, that parasite, and then people took the vaccine. Scenes are getting sick, of course. Oh, people took the thing during Ovid 18, like, when they took that, they're experiencing a lot of side effects now. That is obviously because I didn't take that because I'm just like, they just made that up like 2 weeks ago. Like, why would I put that in my body? Oh no, y'all gonna fire me over here? Fire me, like, uh, like I'm not doing that. But I feel like what she's pushing isn't healthy, and to fellow big women, like from big women like myself, and to other big women, just we just be healthy, be healthy, lose the weight, lose the weight, lose the weight, lose the weight, because I'm in a mindset now where I want to, I want to carry a baby. I don't want to carry a baby at my size, like. And then I'm gonna get past the point where I've never been there without a baby. So I'm gonna be there like with the baby. That's gonna be really hard to like lose. And so I want to get to a point where I want to be comfortable during my pregnancy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to have like, that experience in my pregnancy of being a decent size, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like Samira is not pushing the proper body positivity. And yes, it's about loving yourself. Yes, it's about feeling good in the skin you're in. Yes to all those things. But let's be clear and honest. Let's be so clear and honest. When it comes to when you are a certain size, you're not happy. You're not happy. You're looking to be shunned every time you look up, or you're looking for people to look at you a certain way. And it just sounds like I really feel for her in that section. In terms of like, like I said, because I'm a big woman, but I'm not her size. I'm not her size. And I can only imagine, like, if you walk into a store and they don't have your size. I can only imagine. I know how it feels. I used to want to wear Abercrombie and Fitch, and I could not wear Abercrombie and Fitch growing up. I could not wear it. I could wear Hollister, but I couldn't wear Abercrombie and Fitch, and it sucked. That fucking sucked. But that's life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just it's about what are you going to do about it? You get what I'm saying? So yeah, girl, Samira, hang that shit up because it's not cute, it's not funny, it's not endearing, it's not positive. Actually, it's bitter as hell. It's tired. Wrap it up, girl. Get you a salad or two for a couple of weeks. I am. Okay. Now, speaking of spreading positivity, Blueface and Chrisean are back together. Oh my gosh. If you have not seen, Blueface and Chrisean are currently on an on and off thing on each other's streams, and they are entangled again. While Nevaeh, his new pregnant girlfriend, is at home carrying their first child together. I feel for this girl so much in a way of she's pregnant and she's alone. She gets called out of her name on the regular in front of her child, and also in front of millions and millions of people to see. She's also, I think she's about 24, 25 years old. She was also facing a lot of hardships in terms of like housing and stuff like that. I feel for this girl, but this is one of those moments. I guess I'm a hypocrite for it, but she was a side chick to Blueface and to Blueface during when he was with Jaden and when he was with Chrisean. Let me say that again, y'all. She was a side chick to Blueface when he was with Jaden and Chrisean. And now she's the third baby mama, and she's going through this. And this is just a cautionary tale of, if you a bitch, and I'm going to call you a bitch because it's a bitchy thing to do and think. If you are a bitch that has sat through and watched a man treat other women like shit, and you think you're about to be some exception, you think you're about to be like treated differently, you're a dummy, bitch. Nobody wants you. Nobody needs you. Nobody. You're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. First of all, Nevaeh has gloated and gleed like, I ain't none of them. Like, I could do it for him. I could do it for him. You can, bitch. You can. Oh, you can. Oh, you think you in a better position or situation? You think you're gonna get treated? The audacity of her to also, even if you as a woman, like if you have this mindset, the audacity of you to think that he's not going to shit on you even more, that he's not going to develop diarrhea all of a sudden when he goes to town on you. That's the thing with men like Blueface. I've dealt with a man like Blueface before. With men like Blueface, when they see that a woman is feeling like she has something over that one, he's going to shit on her. Like, because he wants to bring you down to like level playing. He doesn't want you to feel above anything. I recall, and not to do that, but to do that. I recall a memory of this guy. He was telling me um about this girl, this new girl he was seeing and stuff like that, trying to invoke jealousy out of me just to turn around and talk shit about her, right? And he was telling me shit that I was just like in my head. I was like, why the fuck is he telling me this stuff? This stuff is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I asked questions like, cause I did want to know. Like, I asked him straight up. I was like, oh, this who you trying to make me like jealous of? this the best you could do? And I remember I laughed, and then I said to him, I was like, well, how about you treat her better? Like, how about you do something nice for her, buy her flowers or just do better. And he was like, nah, I treat her like shit. And I was like, well, that's kind of fucked up. And he was like, I treat you like shit too. And I never forgot that shit. I never forgot that because I carried that shit with me. Like every time I would look at him or like be around him, that's what I was playing. Like I'm like, he said that to you, Aaron. Like, and I remember when he said it, I was like, no, you don't. And I only said no, you don't because I wanted him to repeat him saying that to me, just so I could know. Every time you look at him, every time you text you, every time you call you, have this in the back of your mind when you are speaking and interacting with this person. Because that's the truth. It just came out. To never ever think that you are above the next woman, especially with men like this. You cannot think that because they will show you why you're not. Like I know for a fact his tear hadn't stopped after me. You was thinking, oh, I'm all high and mighty, like, yeah, I'm this, yeah. You cannot look at me. I just talked about this earlier for the Perez Hilton segment, and I'm laughing and gloating. Stop, Aaron. God forgive me. God forgive me. Hold on. Let me get it. Let me get a laugh out real quick. God forgive me. God forgive me. But being that I have experienced that, I just you cannot do that to other women. Like you just can't ever think that you're gonna, oh, I'm gonna do him. Y'all watch The Polygamist on Netflix. I just finished watching that shit. That shit's so motherfucking good, y'all. Y'all gotta watch that shit. That second woman was coming in thinking that she's better than the wife and got shitted on the heart, like got shitted on, and had to humbly come to the wife and ask for like forgiveness and ask for like her help and guidance. And you, as a woman, when it comes to men trying to like, when they're trying to triangulate you and pin you against each other and shit like that, you have to be smart enough to be above it to where don't be green and ever think that, oh, I'm getting chosen, I must be the one, I must be the shit. No, it's just you're just another victim. In my case, when I had two of these incidences happen to me when I was being triangulated, He, I had to pay the first one, Dust, and the second one I had to completely walk away from him altogether because I'm like, if you're doing shit like this to me, you want to kill me or you want to go, like one or the other. If you're doing stuff like this to me, you want to put me in some type of situation where I risk everything or I lose everything, and I'm not into that. And I feel like Nevaeh keeping herself in a situation because she wants to prove something to win or something, girl, is no prize. It's no prize. Like, you're doing nothing but losing your dignity. You're losing your mind. Like, I know how that feels. Like, I started losing my mind because I didn't know what to do after a while. I just know I'm a woman first, and I don't want to turn against anybody. But that's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling paranoid. I feel like I felt fucked up, and you have to learn when to walk away. And I think at the end of the stream, on Nevaeh's end, because she was at Blueface's house, she ended up packing her stuff and leaving. And I feel like that's the right thing to do because Chrisean, he's gonna go back to Chrisean. He's gonna play with Chrisean again. He's gonna go back to Nevaeh when Nevaeh drops the baby. I don't even know if he thinks it's his baby due to it's been a whole like thing online about whether it's his baby or not. So I don't know if he feels that way. um, but I just know, like, I hope Nevaeh just wakes up and realizes she deserves to be treated so much better. And Blueface, I hope Blueface heals because he's very astute. But the type of things he does to women, like men like that, like I said, they're not that smart because why put yourself if and that's another thing that when I involved myself with that person, I was like, this person doesn't give a fuck about their life. They don't care because I never told you I was sane. I never said that. I don't think I acted like I was sane either. Like now that I think about it, I never posed up like I am safe, I am sane, I will not snap, I never posed myself like that. And for you to, and it wasn't just me, that's my thing. To do that to any woman and to push them, and you have to think about your life, like be responsible as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like Blueface, one day he will wake up and realize I didn't have to do these things, I didn't have to do that, or one day he may not. I just know I hope these women. Jaden got the fuck on, but he's treating his kids like shit. I just hope these women wake up and realize like there's so much more to life than a dude that treats you like crap. I hope they wake up and realize their worth. Even me, I had to wake up and realize like I don't need this person. Like, and I feel like I probably was already starting to act like that already, like I didn't need him, but that was the truth. Like I don't need you. So I'm here solely off of love because I care and I know you are not correct up here to act like this with me, and it's insane. I didn't deserve it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so I know what's going on in Nevaeh's mind. Even Chrisean, like she probably feels like I'm mistaken and he loves me, but it's like when you really look back at the things, like I know when they look back at certain things that they put themselves through when it came to that guy, it's just gonna be like, damn, like I should have been got the fuck on, been, and hopefully they could come to like solace where they could even have a conversation with him. But the conversation will be necessary because that's what I do like about Blueface. See, or somebody who was too afraid to be forthcoming. Like that's the thing. What is I can see why they would appreciate Blueface is because Blueface tells you like he's upfront with it. See, me, I had to do a lot of studying and analyzing somebody to figure out what's going on because I was just like, this shit is weird as fuck. Why? Like, it's so weird because it's like, I don't deserve this. And when did you start acting like this towards me? Like, when and why? Like, what's your point? I just hope they find some type of solace. I hope they find some type of peace without him being at the forefront of everything. Like it just sucks. Like it just sucks to watch it, but it's a show you can't look away from. I can't look away from that shit because I'm like, damn. When I watch it, I remind myself like, girl, you look just like that. You look stupid as fuck, just like that. Don't ever. Well, I don't have to worry about that now because you know But I just feel like I weep for that part of myself that accepted less than I deserve. And I forgive myself for putting myself through that because I didn't deserve any of that. I know I didn't. It's just a lesson learned. It just happens in time. And I hope Nevaeh, Chrisean, and Jaden can heal once he is finished with their turn. Because that's all it is. It's a vicious cycle over and over and over and over and over. But yes, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, do all those things. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you so much for listening to me talk about these things. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 20. I had a ball, I had a blast, and it's been so good getting this stuff off my chest. You girls in school, so thank you for riding with me. Thank you for being there. Thank you for, being supporting me like woo, 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 woo. Thank you for all that. Thank you for all that. But stay tuned for episode 21. Don't know when's gonna come out. I'm trying to adjust the structure of the shows. Like I want to see if I want to do like full blown like weekly segments or I want to do something daily. I don't know what I want to do yet. Still figuring out the structure of my show. I wish I had a producer, yo. I'm not gonna lie. Like I wish I had just to make it just to make it a lot easier. I just wish I had that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, it was so cool talking to y'all again and you guys see me and I'm seeing y'all. But y'all have a great weekend. Well, this is being filmed like before the weekend. Oh, awkward. Have a great week. And until next time, bye.